Hello, my dear students. Rainbow Education Society Unique Study Center Hubli welcomes you all. Today, we are going to discuss the second chapter of science, that is acid, base, and salt. Here, there are some the most important question answers of this chapter. Let's begin. The very first question is, what is indicator? These indicators tells us the substance which is an acid and a base. Means the indicators are nothing but it's a substance which indicates whether the compound is acidic or basic by change in color. What are olfactory indicators? There are some substance whose odor changes in acidic and basic. Means the substance which indicates the acidic and basic character, by changing the odor the smell will be changing. Such indicators are called as olfactory indicators. These are 1 mark question. Third one is, when metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate reacts with acid. You just concentrate on this one. This is the general reactions. Here, when metal carbonate, means one of the example is sodium carbonate. First one, when metal carbonate reacts with the acid, means HCl, it's going to give the salt. Salt is nothing but sodium chloride along with the carbon dioxide, means CO2, and water is eliminated. Can you see here water? Otherwise, second one is in the same thing. Instead of metal carbonate, metal hydrogen carbonate also reacts with the acid. Metal hydrogen carbonate is nothing but sodium hydrogen carbonate. HCO3 is called as hydrogen carbonate. Only CO3 indicates that carbonate. In the B, sodium hydrogen carbonate, NaHCO3 is called as example for metal hydrogen carbonate. It reacts with the acid. Here acid is same HCl. It's going to give the salt plus carbon dioxide and water. Here salt is nothing but sodium chloride, carbon dioxide means CO2, water is nothing but H2O. They will ask you the question. If they ask write the general reaction is nothing but you just write this one. If they give you to explain, you have to use the suitable equations. Fourth one, how do acids and bases reacts with each other? Can you see here, when the acid and bases react each other, it's going to give the salt and water. For example, sodium hydroxide is a base. When reacts with the acid like hydrochloric acid, it's going to give the salt NaCl along with water molecule. Next one, what happens when metallic oxide reacts with acid? Metallic oxide is nothing but, see here, metallic oxide is nothing but any of the metal oxide reacts with the acid, means any of the acid which is containing H plus and Cl or any of the compound, it's going to give the salt and water. Water is nothing but H2O along with the salt. Salt is nothing but metal will combines with the any other compound. If HCl is there, means it will come metal chloride. For example, we will take the metal oxide. Metal means you just take the calcium and oxygen is nothing but calcium oxide. When reacts with the acid like HCl, hydrochloric acid, it gives the salt plus water. First I will write the water in the product. Water is nothing but hydrogen and oxygens are taken and remaining is calcium and chlorine. It is considered as salt. Therefore, Ca, the charge of Ca is +2 and chlorine is -1. Therefore, formula is CaCl2 plus water. Can you see here? The calcium is 1, here also 1, chlorine is 2. Therefore, I will write 2HCl. And number of hydrogens are 2, here also 2. Therefore, it is balanced chemical reaction. Next one, what happens to an acid or a base in a water solution? Means when the acids are dissolved in a water or base is dissolved in a water, means they are going to undergo the cleavage of acid compound. Can you see here? HCl when dissolved in a water, it is going to give the acidic compound. H will react with the water molecule to form H3O plus and chlorine. It means H plus and Cl minus are cleavaged by the HCl in the presence of water. Similarly, the base like sodium hydroxide. In the presence of water, it undergo the cleavage to form Na plus and OH minus. This happens only in the presence of water. Next one, variation of pH with a change in concentration of H plus and OH minus. We know that the pH of the pH value is from 0 to 14. The pH value is 0 to 14 and middle one is considered as a constant compound. And the value less than 7, can you see here neutral it is, less than 7 is called as acidic in nature and more than 7 is called as basic in nature. Means 0 to 14 is the pH range. If the pH range is less than 7, it is considered as acidic, more than 7 is considered as basic. Based on that, we can able to recognize the pH value. pH is nothing but what? pH is nothing but power of hydrogen, small p and capital H, power of hydrogen. Based on this value, it is possible to recognize the concentration, which one is strong acid, which one is weak acid, or strong base and weak base can be identified by this pH value. What is the human body pH range? The human body pH range, or human body undergo a sufficient digestion in the presence of the pH range 7.0 to 7.8. Under this pH value, the human body works properly. Next one, what is acid rain? Acid rain is nothing but the pH of the rainwater is less than 5.6, then it is called as acid rain. Means the rain which is falling from the sky, if it is having the value 5.6 pH, then that water becomes acidic. Therefore, that rain is called as acid rain. What is antacids? Antacids are nothing but, commonly we know that virus can be removed by using the antivirus. Similarly, acids can be neutralized by using the another substance that is called as antacid. Look here, during the indigestion, the stomach produces too much acid and this causes the pain and irritation. To get rid of this pain, people use bases, hence it is called as antacid. Means in the stomach, if the acidic compound are more, that can be neutralized by adding the base, therefore it becomes the neutral. Therefore, to decrease the acidic compound in the stomach, if the acidic compounds are more, it pains the stomach, it can be reduced by using the base. That base itself is called as antacids. Question number 11. How tooth causes decay by change in pH? Look here, tooth decay starts when the pH of the mouth is lower than 5.5. Means if the pH range of the mouth is 5.5, less than 5.5, then only it undergo the tooth decay. Means the strength of the tooth decreases. Why? Because the tooth enamel made up of the calcium hydropatite, means calcium hydroxide, commonly it is a calcium compound and it is a very hardest substance in the body. It do not dissolve in water, means which one, calcium compounds are not easily dissolved in water, but when it is corroded, means it undergo the damages. This calcium compound damages only when, means when the pH of our mouth is less than 5.5, and that condition when the calcium compounds are corroded, at that time only when the pH of the mouth is below 5.5, at that situation bacteria present in the mouth are acidic compound and they are degrades the sugar and food particles and remaining the mouth after eating. Means if the corroded, means 5.5 pH value, if we eat the sugar and some other food content, after eating if it remains, means this bacteria which is present in the food, it's going to be corrode the teeth. For that reason this undergo the damage in the teeth. Therefore it can be reduced by the best way by cleaning the mouth after eating the food. If we not washed soon after eating, it undergo the decay in the food. decay in the teeth. Next one, name the acid present in tomato. Tomato containing the acidic compound, that is oxalic acid. Similarly, the lemon containing the acid citric acid. Such kind of question will be asked for 1 marks. Like that, vinegar containing the acetic acid, orange containing the citric acid, curd containing the lactic acid, nettles containing the methonic acids. This chart is important for 1 marks questions. Explain the preparation of sodium hydroxide by chloroalkali process. There are some salts and preparation it is important. Here, preparation of sodium hydroxide by chloroalkali process. Look here, sodium hydroxide means NaOH are prepared by the sodium chloride. When sodium chloride are dissolved in water, it's going to give the sodium hydroxide along with the liberation of chlorine and hydrogen gas. That can be explained by the diagram or preparation of chloroalkali process. This diagram is called as chloroalkali process. Can you see here? Here we are adding the brine. Brine is nothing but which is containing sodium chloride. Here sodium chloride of brine is passed here, and the sodium chloride, when it dissolve in a water, these are nothing but water molecule. In the water molecule, sodium is chloride is split as Na plus and Cl minus, and here it is a membrane. This is called as membrane. Membrane is nothing but which partially allow only the ions, means here in the sodium chloride only the ions are passing, means sodium ion and chlorine ions, whereas this is the graphite. This is called as anode, which is carry positive charge. This is cathode, which is carry negative charge. In the NaCl, the chlorine carry negative charge. That negative charged chlorine is attracted by the positive charge, hence it is going to attract towards the anode, and the electrons are donated and neutral chlorines are liberated in the upper side, whereas sodium being the plus charge, it is transmitting and attracting towards the cathode of the electrode, means sodium attracting here, and some of the sodium which is present in the water, they are dissolved in the water to form the sodium hydroxide, and they are liberating at this side, and the hydrogen which is present, means this is the water molecule, the hydrogen is present in the water molecule, that hydrogen is attracted by this anode because hydrogen carry positive charge, therefore hydrogen by receiving the electron, it is liberating as the hydrogen ion, means chlorine and hydrogen gases are prepared or generated in this method along with the preparation of sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide are prepared by the brine, means NaCl on dissolving in the water molecules, sodium hydroxide is prepared along with the generation of hydrogen and chlorine gas. Brine means sodium chloride, NaCl, and it is water molecules present here, and in a NaCl, water and NaCl dissolve each other, and NaOH is collected separately, and hydrogen gas and chlorine gas are liberated. Next question, write the preparation of bleaching powder and its uses. Here this question also asked in 1 marks in such a way that write the chemical formula of bleaching powder. Here CaOCl2 is called as chemical formula of bleaching powder. Calcium hydroxide, when reacts with the chlorine, it gives CaOCl2, that is bleaching powder and water molecules. This is the preparation and it is uses. And bleaching powder is nothing but which is undergo the shining property, and bleaching cottons, lines and textile industry, and it is used for the wood and paper factories to make the cloths and papers as washable, means to make it shining and whitey. This bleaching powder is used, and it is used as a oxidizing agent in many of the chemical industry, and it is used for the drinking water free from the germs. Means if the moisture or insects are present in the water, that water can be purified by adding the bleaching powder. These are the uses of bleaching powder. Next one, write the preparation of baking soda and its uses. This reaction is the preparation of baking soda, and this question is also asked, write the chemical formula of baking soda. Sodium hydrogen carbonate is the chemical formula of baking soda. Here baking soda can be prepared by sodium chloride reaction with the water along with the carbon dioxide and ammonia. It is going to give the ammonium chloride and sodium hydrogen carbonate. The sodium hydrogen carbonate itself is called as baking soda. And uses, and this is used as a ingredient in antacids. Being alkaline, it neutralizes the excess acid in the stomach to provide the relief. Means in the stomach, if the acidic compounds are more, means acidity happens, we are using the base compound. That base is nothing but baking soda. And second one, it is used as a soda acid fire extinguishers. Means the baking soda, it is used for the fire put offing. Means some of the soda acids, means the compound which are containing the firing compounds, that will be opposited and it will be stopped by the baking soda being a greater atomic mass. Means molecular mass of this one is greater, therefore it is used for the stopping the fire. Write the preparation of washing soda and its uses. Washing soda formula is sodium carbonate hydrated compound, means Na2CO3 10H2. It is called as washing soda. Here sodium carbonate when reacts with the, means it undergo the dilution, means water. Sodium carbonate when reacts with the water, it forms the hydrated compound of sodium carbonate. This hydrated compound of sodium carbonate is called as washing soda, and it is used in the glass, soap and paper industry, and it is used in the manufacture of sodium compounds like borax, and it is used in the cleaning agent of domestic purpose, and it is used for removing the permanent hardness of water. Hard water can be converted into soft water by using the washing soda. Next one, write the preparation of POP, means plaster of Paris, and its uses. Here the chemical formula of plaster of Paris is this one. This is called as plaster of Paris, whereas this is not the preparation. Generally they will give you preparation. Write the chemical formula of plaster of Paris, means calcium sulfate of hemihydrated. H2 is nothing but 1 mole of H2, but it is half mole of H2 is there. This half mole of H2O is called as hemihydrated calcium sulfate. Hemihydrated calcium sulfate itself is called as plaster of Paris. This is not generally took from one place to another place. Once it is hemihydrated, it going to be a very strong compound, further it cannot be used. Therefore plaster of Paris are prepared in the form of gypsum, and later it is converted into plaster of Paris. Therefore plaster of Paris when dissolved in a one and half of the water molecule, it's going to give the calcium sulfate 2H2O. This is called as gypsum. Plaster of Paris are used in anywhere initially in the form of gypsum, later it is converted into plaster of Paris. Look here, it is used for the making toys, material and decoration, and for surface smooth, making the surface smooth. And this is the most important question and answers from the chapter acid, base and salts. So give the more preference for these questions, and remaining you just practice the as a secondary. Okay, I wish you very all the best for your annual exam. If you are having any doubts, please contact and text in a comments. Okay.